feel different if it was blue or purple?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay? So those little things we just said, the fact that it's square and it's soft and it's the colors it is, that's emotional intelligence design.
But
That's
it's smaller than the list.
right?
It can disappear in your pocket, right?
Right? Sure.
If I have like a stack of cards,
Sure.
I disappear inside.
Sure. But all I need you to do is capture your attention when I first give it to you. Realistically, you'll probably never see it again. It'll end up in a trash can or whatever. But that first moment, I just needed to capture your attention. I caught your attention, you noticed it. Really what will happen is if you want to stay in touch with me, we'll connect on LinkedIn or email or somewhere. And then that's how we'll really stay in touch. We won't stay in touch because you'll look at my business card again. So it does what it needs to do is that when I first talked to you, you noticed it. Right? So we're going to start with a couple of exercises. On the PowerPoint.
Nice one.
I'm going to give you some exercises. I'm going to ask for some volunteers, or I'm just going to pick on you. And when I use stuff like, when I use the word product, I'm talking about consumer product goods, web platforms, AI, VR, doesn't matter what it is, it's whatever is your product. Okay? So, my first volunteer is you. Do you have any allergies, any food allergies? Okay. So I'm going to ask you to eat this.
All right.
Here, eat this.
Eat this.
I'll get another cookie then. Before Richard eats all my cookies.
That's one of those Ferrero Rocher.
He's not dead yet. Hold on. Thank you. Okay. So, do you like it? So, give me a feeling word. How does this make you feel?
I like sweets, so
Not a feeling. Give me a feeling word. How do you feel when you think about this piece of chocolate you're eating?
savory, you become energetic,
You feel energetic. Okay. Give me one more.
very tasty.
How do you feel? Do you feel tasty? How do you feel?
I felt okay. I felt that somebody is giving me something good.
How does that feel?
It's good.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Not me again.
And my friend here, I'm going to ask you to smell this for me.
And I'll eat it. That's good.
And how does that make you feel? When you smell that citrus smell, how do you feel?
Bright and
Bright's not a feeling.
okay. So I feel good. I'm positive.
I feel positive. What else?
Yeah, I can express it.
Okay, try.
I feel like vitamin C.
Fresh.
Energetic, fresh.
Okay,
It's
fresh.
Yes.
Okay, you can eat it if you want, or you can share it.
Sure, we share.
We'll share. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
excited.
You, sir. I want to play something for you, and it's a long video.
Camera's turning blue.
So, how does that make you feel?
Miserable.
Okay. What else?
Frustrated.
Frustrated.
Angry.
Angry. Okay. All right. Great. And let's see. You, sir. Sorry, give me a second.
He likes that one.
Hold on, it's not fast forwarding.
Do you think this coffee is...
Hard not to laugh.
How do you feel?
Makes you happy.
Happy? What else?
Let's see. I think it kind of gets you a little more relaxed.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next. fire images, and they're just images of fire, okay? And just give me some feeling words that come up as you look at all that. How's that make you feel?
I really don't. Like, I had no feelings towards like the fire itself.
Okay? If you imagine a fire,
Hot, sweaty.
okay? All right? And I'll keep going around the room. Are you married?
No.
Do you wish you were married?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to show you
It's on
some.
Facebook Live, you know that, right?
If you have a girlfriend, it's about to be over.
Yeah, if your girlfriend's watching that.
So I'm showing him wedding pictures. How do you feel when you look at these couples for the rest of their lives committing to each other for a long, long time?
I think it's beautiful.
Okay? How do you feel?
Well, I feel envious, but at the same time, you know, I'm okay with it.
Okay? All right. Okay? And let's see, who should I pick on? So I'm going to ask you to taste this for me. I'm not really sure what it is, but taste that for me.
In the mouth or the nose?
And
Oh!
take your pick. Yay!
Again, it's Facebook Live,
Not what I thought it was going to be.
Okay. How's it feel?
A little salty.
Okay.
Tasty.
Okay. How do you feel eating that? It's salt, by the way.
What's the word? Wanting.
Okay. All right. And let's see. My friend here. Taste that one for me. This one. Now you really don't know what it is. You gotta get some on there.
I know, she is so like...
What was the question?
What feelings come up when you taste that?
Sugar.
Sugar's not a feeling.
Confused, maybe.
Okay, when you think about sugar, how do you feel? When you think about hyper? Okay, what else?
Happy.
Okay, me too, girl. Okay. And our last one here. Let's see, who did I not pick on? Did I pick on you?
Carmen is like, I'm
Can
out
you
of
feel
it.
it?
You pick
Feel this for me?
again? Yeah, I'm good.
Yep, stick your hand in there and just feel it. What feelings come up as you touch that? It's gone. Excellent. Okay. And you?
I felt jealous of the guy that got the candy.
Okay.
It feels comfortable.
Comfortable? Okay. Great. So, what do you think was the intention of that? Feelings? What about feelings?
Just for people to open up and start talking about them, or at least say it, because most people keep them in.
Okay.
That all of your senses evoke emotion.
Okay. What else?
Use the right word.
Use the right word. Okay. What else? What do you, sir? What do you think? Why did we do that? Besides the fact that it was funny.
See that everybody has a different view on, even though like I was the one being talked to, everybody else had a different view of how they felt about the fire and things like that. So make people think about it.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple nuggets. First nugget I would give you is that if I asked you what feeling comes up when we did any of these exercises, and you had a hard time identifying a feeling word, that's an opportunity space for you to work on, because humans communicate in the language of sensation. Sensations are feelings. So if you can't identify feelings, that tells you the sort of the scope of your language in communicating with other people. So those 5 senses are basically a portfolio of opportunity that's available to you in your social media design, in your outreach, in your product, in your web work, in real estate, in any of those opportunities, in 2 people talking to each other, and you try to meet a new client, and you talking to your staff, in any of those opportunities, these feelings, these senses, are the ways that we communicate. So the visuals that you're using, are you using sound effectively? Are you using textile effectively? Are you using the sense of touch effectively? If you're not, you're leaving all of that opportunity on the table for ways to engage with people. But if I ask you, how does something feel, and you can't identify a feeling word, your work is to increase your feeling vocabulary. In particular, people in the social media space, people who have anything to do where it has a visual, because what you are putting on the visual is what people are responding to. And a third of your brain is allocated to visual processing. That's a lot of work. Your brain has a lot of work to do with very little real estate. So for it to give a third of it to visual processing means it's very important. And so everything down to, I was consulting for a gentleman one time, and he had a commercial he did for chips. And so in the commercial, he said, Leila, what feedback do you have? So at the end of the commercial, there's a father and son, and they're standing next to each other. And so I told him what I would have done is had the father and son touching, because your brain observes them touching, and your brain has something called mirror neurons. It's a pathway they use to communicate, sort of like a highway, and it's believed to be part of the pathway for empathy. So when I observe something, the same part of me gets activated as if I was doing it myself. So when I saw the father and son touching, my brain would have felt the sensation of if I was embracing someone I cared about. So in that one change, you created more impact in your visual stimulus. If you had the father and son standing, versus if he knelt down and the 2 of them were hugging and they were watching this tree that they had planted. Okay? So let me stop there. What questions do you have? Yeah?
Okay, I was intrigued by the fire. And the reason I was intrigued by the fire is you started talking about the fires.
Uh-huh.
And would it have given a different response if you start talking about a hearth with that type of fire?
Right.
So is it, then your feelings become what you anticipate that?
So that's actually a great segue into one of my next points. So how context matters. So fire to someone in California right now means something very different than fire to someone in Japan, right? So like at the talk I did last week, I was using this example, and there were some people actually there from Japan. The image of fire doesn't trigger them like it does here with all the devastation and people dying and losing their homes, and it's all over the news, and the air pollution. Those are all feelings that have to do with an image. And so if I give someone in California a picture of a fire, in particular when it was all over the news, it does something very different. So what's the context of your audience relative to the stimulus that you're using? So let's say, for example, you know how they say, like in some Asian cultures, they eat cats or dogs or whatever the case may be, right? So to those cultures, an image of that is not a challenge. If that's your audience, then wonderful. But if that's not your audience, bad idea, right? So what do you know about your audience so intimately that you can use the images that you can maximize the images that you're using for that